Hi everyone, this is Venkata Krishna from Chris Software Solutions, and coming to the here, so we're going to discuss about CSS syntaxes. Today already we covered XPath syntaxes and name, ID and all. In this video we are concentrating on how CSS selectors will work in our Selenium. Let me enter into the video. So in CSS selectors, these are all the syntaxes. Let me go by one how to work with these syntaxes in CSS. First one is tag name as ID attribute value. Wherever there is a ID attribute value, we can write syntax like tag name ID, and also in my previous videos I cover how to identify the HTML syntaxes, HTML tags and all. So please follow those videos before enter into this video so that you will understand what is tag name, what is attribute value, what is text, link text. These all things easily you can able to identify. So coming to the CSS syntaxes, if at all you are having a ID, we need to identify the ID attribute. And how we can, the first two syntaxes are related to ID. You can write either tag name as ID attribute value, or directly you can write as ID attribute value. So let me open the Google simple site. Let me take Mercury Tours site. It is opening the site, but if you know XPath, you can able to identify any element in your application. Wherever it is not identifying, so then we can try with other options also, but I am sure that each and every element you can identify by using XPath. XPath also I have done one video, please go through it. So in this video we are fully concentrating on the CSS selector side. See here, ID attribute is there. I want to identify. So we are right clicking on it, inspect, just control F, where it is going to show us this field. Here we can validate CSS selectors or XPath and all. See, my ID attribute name is what? Email. I want to identify this username field. How we can identify? Coming to the first syntax, what is that? Tag name as ID attribute value. What is the tag name here? Input is the tag name and the ID attribute value is email. Okay. So how we can write? Input as email. See, one of one is identifying successfully. Like this way you can identify by using CSS syntax. And also without input also directly you can give the as ID attribute value, then also it is going to work fine. See, one of one is there and it is identifying this particular username field. That is about the first two syntaxes, tag name as ID attribute value or as ID attribute value we can use. Next one is class attribute value. So you need to use dot before class attribute value. You need to use the dot and class attribute value you can give. Similarly, tag name dot class attribute value also you can give, or tag name attribute equal to attribute value also you can give. But whereas in XPath you need to give @ before the attribute, but that is not required here. Okay, let me go by one. Class attribute value. Let me open another site. I'm going to the Google. This is the site I am opening. Let me check where the class is there. Okay, I clicked on the autocomplete, inspect it. Let me check whether class is there or not. Okay, this is having the class attribute value. So now I want to identify this tag name by using CSS selector. How we can do that? If you know ID, here ID is also there. How we can select by using ID? Control F for this field. So I want to identify by using ID. Just you can give tags one of three. Three elements are identifying here. 1, 2, 3. The rest two elements are some other place, it may be there. That is fine. Now I want to identify by using class name. And before going to that, the second syntax, if at all you want, you can give input as tags. Now only one element is coming, tag name as and ID attribute value. The syntax is first syntax. I am using the first syntax. My tag name as ID attribute value. Tag name is input and ID attribute value is tags. In this case, it is identifying only. See here, it is highlighting only one element is identifying. You can also see here one of one. Similarly, I want to go with class attribute value. Let me check with class here how it is identifying. This is my class attribute value. What is the syntax? See here, dot class attribute value you need to give here. So let me give here dot class attribute value. See, one of one it is identifying. Okay, so like this syntax you can use to work with the CSS selectors. And the next syntax I want to give tag name dot class attribute value. What is the tag name here? You can give like this way also. Input is my tag name, input dot class attribute value. So for ID attribute you need to give the hash. For class attribute you need to give the dot in CSS selector. Okay, see, one of one is coming, so it is displaying successfully, locating. Fine. My next syntax is tag name attribute equal to attribute value. Let me check with this one only. This is my tag name, class equal to class attribute value. See, one of one it is identifying. So input is a tag name and my class attribute, this is my class attribute value. So see here, tag name attribute equal to attribute value. Whereas in XPath we need to give here @ attribute, but in CSS selector we don't need @ directly we can identify the element without @. That is the syntax in CSS selector. Similar to that, next one is for direct child to traverse. In this case, for example, my parent is this div. I want to traverse from parent to this child. Parent to this child I want to traverse. Okay, you can see here direct child you can traverse by using greater than symbol. For grandchild you can traverse by using space. Whereas in XPath single slash double slash. Single slash for the direct child, double slash for the indirect child. Whereas in CSS selector, direct child you can use greater than symbol. Grandchild you can use space. Let me see how these all will work. For example, in this case now, this input is a direct child to this div. I want to identify this input tag, input element by using div. How we can do that? What is my tag name? Div. And I am giving greater than symbol. See, one of one, it is identifying successfully. So how we are identifying? Div is my parent element, this element, and I have given greater than symbol. This is for the direct child because this input is a direct child to this one because it is inside of this one. So that is the reason it is a direct child. So, and class attribute value I am giving. You may get a doubt, sir, can I give space here? Is it going to work or not? Yes, it should work. Space for either direct or indirect. I have given here space. Space for direct and indirect, whereas greater than symbol is for only for the direct child. Okay, you can give space also after your parent, then also it is going to work. Okay, like this syntax, it is going to work for us. Similarly, parent child, nth child of n. Let me go back to this example. I am having here a country drop down is there. I want to identify elements inside of it. How we can do that? See here. This is a selector tag. Instead of this, so many options are there. I want to identify the fifth element in this drop down. How we can do that? What is the name it is having? Country. Okay, name it is having country, and the tag name is select. So select name equal to name attribute value. See, the select tag is successfully identifying one of one. It is getting here one of one. Okay, now I want to identify inside of all these options, I want to identify fifth option. How we can do that? So space I am giving for direct, indirect child, as I told, space you can give, and option. I want to identify which option? Fifth option. Then we need to use this syntax, nth child of n. Nth child syntax you can use here. Nth child of 5. I want fifth element. See here, fifth element is successfully identifying here, whereas it is not getting highlighting here because it is a drop down. So in this case, whenever you have similar tag name, multiple elements are there under that parent, then you can use nth child to identify one among all those. Okay, similarly, the last three syntaxes we have already discussed, starts with and contains in XPath also. Similarly, here also starts with but and also ends with also here, but ends with is not there in XPath, whereas contains text is also there. Let me verify this. I want to identify the first name. Name equal to first name, it is there. Okay, name equal to first name, it is there. Let me try to identify with starts with first. What is my tag name? Input is my tag name. Input is my tag name, and name equal to first name, it is there. Name. I want to, first syntax is what? Starts with cap symbol you need to use. Your attribute name and cap symbol. And where is cap symbol? Where is cap symbol? I am checking, give me a minute. Where is my cap symbol? Is there? Okay, shift 6. Fine. This is my cap symbol, equal to, cap symbol is for starts with, and just I am giving first. Just I am giving first. What is our name attribute value? First name, but I have given only first. See, 1 of 1, it is identifying successfully. I have given only starts with text. Similarly, I want to do for ends with also. You need to give here dollar. You need to give here dollar for ends with, but I am giving here only ends with. If only name, so many elements will get it. 1 of 3 are coming. I am giving T name. T name also multiple elements are coming. ST name, RST name. Okay, so this is my first name is my name attribute value, but what I am giving here, it is ends with RST name. That one I am giving here. It is identifying successfully here. This we can use for ends with. Similarly, contains. I want to identify this one. I want to just give RSTNA. Here you need to give star. You need to give here star. See here, 1 of 1 it is identifying. So these are all the syntaxes we have discussed so far. So cap is for starts with, dollar is for ends with, star is for contains. Okay. So let me brief you one more time. Whenever there is a ID attribute value, you need to use the yash. And the first and second, any one you can use. If second doesn't work, then you can use the first one, tag name as ID attribute value. For the class attribute, you need to give the dot class attribute value or tag name dot class attribute value. And the next one is you can give tag name attribute equal to attribute value, any attribute. It may be a name or ID or class, anything. And similarly in XPath we have here direct child and grandchild. For direct child we need to use the greater than symbol. For grandchild we need to use the space, but space will works for both direct and indirect. Whereas any number of elements, similar tag name elements are there under one parent, you want to select some child, either 5th or 6th or 7th or 10th one, then you can use the nth child. And last 3 are talks about starts with text and ends with text, contains text. Okay, please practice all these and let me know if at all you are having any questions on this in the chat box. I will try to help you with more and more videos on this. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and like it, share it to your friends who are need in the learning the Selenium part and all. I am ready to help you guys. Okay, thank you so much.